Hello every teacher. My name is Zhiheng Lyu, and here's my assignment one of the game design, and here's my student ID. So let's start. Here's our part one, the character design. Now here's our first character hero. His name is Pity, and as you can see, he's a pig with a half of green and white skin, and he's now 5 years old, and he's a boy. His background is as you can see, he's a mixed blood pig. He born in a noble family between the green family and the white family in the pig kingdom, and his goal is to, achieve a peaceful life during the two kingdom because there are some wars between the pig and bird, and he also has some flaws. He's an introverted pig, which means that sometimes he was introverted or just he's shy to communicate with others, especially when he just talk with some important figures. And you can see here's the keywords about the ChatGPT. And the second character is the Shadow, whose name is the Brutal Dark, and he's now, 25 years old, and he's a male. His background is the leader of the White Pig Alliance, and his goal is to defeat the kingdom of the bird. And as you can see, he's a strong pig with the whole white skin, and he has some flaws. First one is he's a little bit greedy, which means that he hates the birds and he wants to occupy the whole planet by killing all the birds. And he's really cruel, which means that lots of pigs were afraid of him and hated him. And you can see this is my keywords, white and fierce. Next is our character 3, LA. His name is Veiler, a bird, and is now 8 years old, a girl. She was born in an ordinary bird family, but she would like to make friends with pig. But just caused by the police, he have no choice but to join the army. But he just want to make friends with pig. So she's goal is want to live in a peaceful planet. Um, and as you can see, she's a red bird, and to be honest, it's a little bit arrogance, which means that she just wants to do what she want. And here's my keywords: red and courageous. So let's start part two, the narrative frame. At first, I have to claim my narrative genre. I would say that my story is fantasy, and here's the background. A long time ago, in the planets, there's a two creatures live in the same planets. First is the pig country, and second is the bird country. Um, for the pig country, most of the power are just handed out by the white pigs, and these two kinds of creature are always fight in war. So yeah, there's lots of wars. But in the pig kingdom, there also have some green pigs who want to end the current situation, which means that they want to make friends with the bird. They want to have a more peaceful life. So let's start for the three acts. And here's the first act. A long time ago, in a distant planet whose name is the Zotora, there's two creatures. First is the pig and the birds. They have happened in a centuries old war, and long times ago, uh, long years ago, a mixed blood pig whose name Pity um, is our hero, who was born in the pig kingdom, whose father was one of the nobility of the White Pig Alliance, and her mother was a small princess of the Green Pig Alliance. So you can guess our Pity can always get the best education in the palace, but since he was born, he have never find or just saw his father. Um, but he can still receive the best protected, which means that he just live in the palace, and he didn't need to go to the war, but he can always heard some news about this cruel war from his mentor. So when he became 5 years old, his mentor told him, it's just another pig. His mentor told him some truths about his family. To be honest, his dad was killed by the leader of the white pig. Is that our brutal dog? Because the brutal dog thinks his dad have some betray. At first, Petey was shocked about this news. Then he decided to know more information about his father's death, and he also want to know more information or just the history about this war between the bird and the pig. So after a week, he packed his bag and saying goodbye to his mentor and just go away. His mentor told him when he facing some problems, he need to crumbling the jet, and he said that when he facing some problems, um, this could be really useful. Here's the second act. Petey decided to go to the war front because the mentor told that he can find some important or useful documents so that he can learn more history about this war. And then he arrived this battlefield, and as you can see, the battlefield is the green wasteland, shattered around, broken wings, and blood-soaked earth. Carrion birds circle above, their cries mingling with the organized screams of wounded soldiers. The air reeks of smoke and death, a haunting reminder of endless conflicts between pigs and birds. Suddenly, a shell was flying at him. However, a red figure just helped him to avoid these hills. And then the rat helps Petey up, said, "Be careful. Hey bro, we are in the war front. I'm Whaler. Nice to meet you. Who are you? And where from?" Petey showed his appreciation to Whaler and introduced himself, such as his family, where he's from, and after knowing that Petey has a half-blood of green pig, Whaler's eyes became flash. "Oh, I have 5 green pigs friends. All of them were friendly," Whaler said, "but they were executed by white pig governments just because, they make friends with me." Then the brightly lights in Whaler's eyes was disappeared. What's more, I remember a green pig helped me and my family during the war, but it's been ages since I have seen him. But Petey wasn't afraid of that. From that day on, they became friends. Then the two friends started their journey. After months, they find an abandoned fort that was once a meeting hall before the war began, and there was an old document in the hall. They finally realized the secrets of the White Pig Alliance. So they turn on. So it turned out that not only does the White Pigs Alliance want to kill all the birds, they also want to destroy his William, the Green Pig, and take over the planet on his own. So after knowing the secrets, the two friends want to stop um, the White Alliance. So they decided to back. So now here's the third act. Two friends hurry back to the palace. At first, the soldier found the bird and the bird Vader, and they decided to stop them. But seeing the Petey is the nobleman, they were afraid to do it. So Petey and Vader just go back to the palace. And at first, Petey was afraid because he's an introverted pig, so he's afraid to communicate with those important figure. But now he had no choice but to tell the secrets. So he told this news, and most of the green official pigs, they were surprised about this news. Then after Petey told them his father was killed by the brutal dog, just because his father helped a poor bird family, and brutal dog thought his father was betrayed. So brutal dog was angry about Petey and decided to kill this young pig. So Petey rushed down from the throne to Petey before everyone could react it, Pity was pounced on by Brutal Dark. Then he just crumbled the jade, and you know, Pity's dad's spirit just came out and helped him, and finally Pity's father win. So but it seems that Pity's father haven't intention of killing Brutal Dark. That he just chose to expel Brutal Dark instead. So here's the ending. Because of the fierce battle, the soul of the Pity's father couldn't maintain for a long time. The father and sons exchanged their thoughts, and the father even found that many years ago, those poor bird family was Vader's family. So the, the, the father disappeared and told Pity, we'll meet again. Tell your mom I miss her. But it doesn't seem to be over yet. A bigger conspiracy was still come. So it's the part 3, my critical analyze. First is my character model. Pity is our hero. His growth transformed from ignorant youngest. He born in the alliance, get the best protect so that he have enough time or just chance to communicate with his peer. But finally, you can see he become a hero. He bravely faced the challenges. So I guess that's because he have a half-blood from the white and the green, and his shadow brutal dark. His greed and curly make him to main the value of the story. His goal is to conquer the Bird Kingdom, and eliminating the green pigs symbolize his inner darkness and desire of power. And third is our ally, Valor. She goes from being someone forced to join an army and to fight in the war, and he changes to helping Pity fulfill his mission. So I think it's a good ally. And second is the narrative tropes. I have just said that I think my story is like a fantasy story, and it's a hero journey. So during the time Pity was, I have just said that, living in a really safe environment, so that he having to think about the war. And the third is about how to avoid a stereotype. I have 4 examples. First is, Pity is a mixed blood pig, which means that he have both the green pig spirit of desire for peace and the spirit of the white pig willing to act. I means that after he knowing that his father was killed by the brutal dark, he just pack his bag and go to the war field to find the truth. And the second example is Jade was his father's spirit. Valor's his father saved him. Sorry, my bad. Uh, Pity's his father saved his sons and sacrificed himself. And such as the poor family, finally we know that the poor family is Pity's family. So how I show instead of tell. In Act 2, I using some environmental description of warfield to show the crew of the war. And it's the last one, the challenge by using AI. When I'm using AI to create our character portraits, I face challenges in crafting precise prompts. For example, when I describing Pity's, I have to describe a half green and half white pig. But sometimes the GPT result me and imagines that the color was blended unnaturally, so I have no choice but to refine the promos multiple times to achieve the desired visual representation.